It was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the New England Patriots. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. The return man, Ty Johnson. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Locke. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there, because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
To throw it is Locke. This one swung out to Williams. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Here's Locke to throw. We're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll start the drive with Harris. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This defense for the Broncos, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll run on 1st down. Harris, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing Jones. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there, and I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down, even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you, I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. And he's got this down to the 35.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. throwing on first down. Jones. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones, complete. Smith has it. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
From midfield, here's Locke. Finding Williams once more, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They fake the handoff, now Locke. Steps away to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Touchdown, Broncos! Javonte Williams with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. McManus's point after is good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down on is Colby Wadman now to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different.
And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. For Drew Lock coming out of Missouri, the one thing that scouts they loved was his arm strength, and we see why there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line.
67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run with Harris. Finding room to the 20.
And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning.
First down. It's Harris. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On second down now, it's Harris, and they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Damian Harris. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Locke. Flushed out right. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The Pats at the line, ready to go
as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Jones. And he's got his target, Harris. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And a nice spin into some open field. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
125 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They'll run on 1st down. Harris. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Fighting his way through contact. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for the Patriots.
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
On 1st down, Harris. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On the give, this is Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try the right side with Harris. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Patriots have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Locke. This pass caught by Hamler. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. This will be caught. Judy. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. A huge play there for Denver. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level. Make sure that blocks.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Broncos have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there for the Patriots.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
They'll run on first down. It's Harris, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Play action. Jones. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It was actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
So the hold on special teams backs them up all the way inside the 15 to start. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Lock going to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Locke. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
On first and 10, here's Locke. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there for New England.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Harris. Now he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Damian Harris with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Patriots on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that? It got his man complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. K.J. Hamler, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jones. Pass complete to Harris. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Here's Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunk.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a big play there for the Broncos. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. Here's 2nd and a yard. They run it again with Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, You get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.